Welcome back to We Shoot Films, where we talk about cinematography and Unreal Engine and also do product reviews that support both those topics. So if you're into that, make sure to subscribe today. So today we're going to do a quick comparison of the M40, the CM15, and the M20C. Let's get into it. Hold up, man. I was editing and I realized I forgot to mention that Zhiyun sent me all of these products for free in order for me to review. So thank you, Zhiyun. And also, all my thoughts are my own. I say what I want to say. You know what it is. Let's get back to the review. Let's go. All right, so I'm going to start with the CM15. This is what it comes in. This is the box, nothing crazy. A box, you feel me? And when you open it, you get the product and some cables, all right? So we got the CM15. We also have the CM15 diffuser, and we have a USB-C to USB-C cable. So that's that. Now I'm gonna talk about the CM15 first. It's small, compact, light, and you know, it's very close to the M20C. I'll tell you the truth, it's pretty close to the M20C, but let's get into the specs real quick. So the CM15 is a 15-watt RGB light. Now the Kelvin on this goes all the way up from 2,500 to 10,000. The CRI of 94 plus, a TLCI of 96 plus. It comes with 1/4 inch right at the bottom. It also has a 2,600 milliamp battery with PD fast charging. And so like I said, this is bicolor RGB and comes with 18 lighting effects. Not too heavy, it's 141 grams. To charge it fully, this is gonna take you about an hour, hour and a half. I definitely like the design, obviously, because it's so close to the M20C. So now let me get the M20C. I can't lie, it's one of my most favorite and used mini lights because it's so versatile. But let's get into the specs real quick in case you don't know about it. This right here is a 20-watt RGB with 16 lighting effects. The color temperature goes from 2,500 all the way to 10,000. The CRI, 94, and TLCI, 96. In case you ain't know, those are good numbers. It has Bluetooth control through the Vega app. It's got some weight, but nothing crazy, about 200 grams. And obviously you have the barn doors, you have the grid that comes with it, you have the diffuser and the extra diffuser right here. And all of the mounting points is just amazing. A 1/4 inch thread in the bottom, but this thing is amazing because of all the mounting points. And also, obviously, this thing comes apart, so you can take this out, and now you just have this, and you can just use it by itself. But why would you do that? Just, this stays in here all the time. And of course, the ease of the magnets right here. You just put them on and keep it moving. Okay, so now let's grab the M40, see what it's about. This is what it comes in. Nice box. I like the little magnetic, thing you got there. It's kind of cool. Anyway, open it up. You got the brochure stuff, paperwork. You got what you really care about, the light. It comes with the USB-C to USB-A. And I also see that they come with a diffuser that you can get online for $10. Now, why did they not include it? I don't know, but you kind of should have included it, but that kind of annoyed me, I ain't gonna lie, but it ain't gonna stop it from being a dope light, so it is what it is. So let's get this out the way. So now, here it goes. The Zhiyun M40, 40 watts. This is an amazing light, so let's get into the specs real quick. Now the M40 is a 40-watt bicolor light. The CRI and TLCI is at 96 plus. The temperature can run from 2,700 to 6,200 Kelvin. This one is a little more heavy. It actually is heavier. It's at about 320 grams, they say. So it has 176 LED chips. It has a peak of luminance at about 14,000 lux. It also has a 1/4 inch at the top and on the side. And like the other ones, it supports PD fast charging. Okay, so let's grab them all. Here we go. We got the M40, we got the M20C, and we got the CM15, all right? There we go. Now, what's the difference between all of these? All right, that's what we're about to do. This is 40 watts, this is 20 watts, This is 15 watts. This is bicolor only. This is RGB. This is RGB. The M40 has 2 1/4-inch thread adapters. The M20C technically has 1, but it has a bunch of horseshoe adapters. Plus, it's magnetable. And the CM15 only has 1 1/4-inch on the bottom. This doesn't have no lighting effects. The M20C has 16, and the CM15 has 18. Now, all 3 of these, you can use them while they're charging. Now, you can't control the green magenta on the M40, but you can control it on the 20C and on the CM15. Now, just like the M20C has this amazing case around it that allows it to be adaptable and attach so many things to it, the M40 has a little secret of its own, which I really love, and that's this right here. I love this right there. Articulating, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Like, it's dope. It's great for stuff like this. If you want to hold it, you want to lean it forward, you want to put it on something, and it rolls a whole 360. It does, you know, it has the 1/4-inch obviously on the bottom, has the 1/4-inch on the side, and it's something I really like. And it's just different, you know, you can have it there and you need a little tilt, you just tilt it. You know, if you need it higher, you tilt it. This is a very, as simple as it is, this is a very important piece, and this is what makes it very useful for me also. Okay, so these 2 knobs here control the CCT and the dim. With the dim, you also turn it on, and then you have these 4 lights here, and they indicate the charge, obviously. Now, let me turn it on a little bit. I don't want to blind you out. So there you go with that. And so we got this. Now, the Kelvin readout is right on it, okay? So it's going from 27 all the way up to 6,200, okay? Now I'm bringing it back to 56. Now, what I don't like about that is that sometimes you got to be careful because it's not really an accurate, you know, you're hoping that you're kind of on 56. You could be on 54 or 55. But truthfully, it's not gonna matter that much, so you should be okay. The knobs themselves are very secure. They feel good. They don't feel flimsy or nothing like that. So the dim is nice on here. Everything is cool. I really like this light. One thing I would say is when it's running at 100%, you can hear the fan, but it's not nothing crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I've done it. If you've seen my other reviews, you know, nowadays with voice isolation, we don't even gotta worry about that stuff. But it's not really like that. If you're away from it, you'll be fine. My computer makes more noise than this, but still, I'm just saying that, you know, you're fine. It's a fan. It's gotta cool down. I really like how it feels. I love the simplicity of it, and it just feels good. It's powerful. It's small. It fits in my hand. I mean, the fan is nice. Everything's cool about this. I don't know why they didn't create an app for this. That would be the only con that I have for this. You know, they didn't create an app. I don't know, because this being so bright, you could definitely use this in places that you want to just control remotely, you know, but it is what it is. What can we do, you know? So if I did have another con, it would be not more like a con, just be careful if the fan is going. Don't press hard on the back here because it will stop the fan. You literally interrupt the fan. I did that by mistake. You know, it didn't do anything, I mean, but it did stop the fan. So don't do that, you know. But other than that, I'm telling you, this is a very great piece of equipment. And I'm gonna use this one a lot. Now the M20C, obviously, like I said, is my favorite. I mean, it just has so many uses and, you know, it's really great. But, you know, now that I'm looking at the CM15, right? Now the differences on these, if you really want to keep it 100, now this is the combo pack. The M20C is with the combo. You don't always get all of this stuff. So, you know, get the combo pack. That's what I would suggest if you're gonna get the M20C. The CM15 is pretty much exactly like the M20C, except for the power. This is 15 watts, obviously. This is 20 watts. But check this out. If I take this off, right? And I take off the case, okay? they're exactly the same. The CM15 and the M20C are exactly the same. Same height, same button layout, everything. Everything is the same. There's nothing different about the CM15 and the M20C. You would almost just not be able to tell the difference just off of this, okay? Now, this is the CM15. I can take this and stick the CM15 right in here. And now I got all the accessories from the M20C on the CM15. So if you buy the CM15, it's like having another M20C, okay? Just 5 watts less, but you can adapt everything to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's a plus to me. I like that. So I was like, wow, they're exactly the same. So I thought that was kind of cool. You know what I mean? The fan on the CM15 is pretty good also. Pretty quiet, even at 100%, you know, for what it is. And there you go. Now, you know, like I said, this was heavier than this. Obviously, it's got a bigger battery. But that's crazy, right? They're both the same. Like, they're exactly the same. Not bigger, no smaller, no thicker. They're exactly the same, man. That's pretty dope. The M20C can be used as a key light in emergencies. I wouldn't exactly use it as a key light, but can you? Because our cameras have pretty good ISO. You know, you can raise the ISOs up to compensate. You can use it, okay? But it's not a key light. It's more, for me, it would be an emergency key light if I had to, but mostly for background RGB lighting, accent lighting, rim light, all of those things is what the M20C really is for, you know, in my case. The CM15, same thing. It's 5 watts less, 15 watts. This could be used for everything as far as accent lights, RGB background, everything like that. So you can use this for all those applications, just not really a key light. Again, you know, and they're so small, you could put them inside of, you know, anywhere just to change the color temperature. I mean, it's great. Again, for this, what's the con for the CM15? No Bluetooth. That's it. No Bluetooth. That's the only biggest con on this. It's still no Bluetooth. That's it. I wish I had a Bluetooth. Everything should have Bluetooth nowadays. I mean, it's 2024. I want everything to have Bluetooth, but you know, it is what it is. But other than that, it's exactly the same as the M20C. So if you have an M20C already, I would buy a CM15 as a nice companion with it, you know? Also, I just did a real quick lighting test on the brightness of all three of them and the differences, that's all. So let's go do that right now. So with all these three, you can easily create a good interview situation or a creative look. So I'm actually gonna do that and show you right now. So let's get into that right now. All right, y'all, so now I got the M40 lighting me up. It's the only thing in the room lighting me up right now. I'm at a 2.8 800 ISO on the FX30. And I couldn't put it in a traditional softbox, obviously, because there's no way to put it as a Bowens mount. So I rigged it up and I hooked it up, put an umbrella in front of it, and this is what it gives you. This is the M40 at 100%. And now I'm gonna add the CM15 as a rim light. Hold on. So now this is with the CM15 as a rim light at about 50%, and the M40 100% coming out of an umbrella. And this is the look you can get. Now let's add the M20C. At the end of the day, all these lights have a purpose and they all work together. They're all great lights. The M40 is amazing. The CM15 is a great rim light, accent light. And the M20C is just a power horse that can do RGB, it can do everything. But all together, You can create anything you want to. So hope you enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe, hit the bell on the side so you get notified on time. Like I always say, it is what it is. I'm out, y'all.